Yes, I have that.
All right, so you can share if you want very briefly. This is what's coming up. So we all pray, support one another. Okay.
But I share it now.
No. Like Dennis.
No, later. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, when the time comes, Dennis is gonna
Right.
invite our
Okay.
heavenly MC today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay. All right, my dear brother, we can start.
Okay.
Buenos días.
Buenos días, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Pura vida, pure life, pure life.
Good morning, distinguished leaders, coordinators of the UPF. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this meeting today. No stranger to you, my name is Brother Salmon, Dennis Salmon. I'm in Jamaica. I'm very happy to be a part of this meeting. Sorry, I have missed some meetings because of, some work obligations. But I'm very happy to welcome all of you here, all of us today. It's a pleasure, real pleasure to be here. So we are going to begin with an opening prayer. Senor Regalado, would you mind opening in prayer for us this morning?
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Oremos. Amado Dios, Padre y Madre del cielo, Padre verdadero del cielo, la tierra y toda la humanidad, nos sentimos gratamente honrados de poder participar en esta reunión de la UPF Centroamérica y el Caribe. Es una gran oportunidad que tenemos nosotros de trabajar con el liderazgo de nuestras naciones para inspirarlos en la visión de nuestros padres verdaderos de un mundo mejor, de una nueva Jerusalén, el reino de Dios aquí en la tierra y en el cielo, para el cual necesitamos la mayor colaboración de los políticos, los académicos, los religiosos, las ONG, todas estas organizaciones que la UPF está coordinando. Padre, Madre del cielo, esperamos que usted participe en esta reunión con nosotros, que nos inspire y nos guíe para tener decisiones sabias, ideas inspiradoras de cómo podemos llevar a cabo nuestras misiones en nuestros respectivos países. Padre, no permita que abandonemos su presencia y que nos alejamos de su inspiración. Con esto contamos y le damos gracias para que esté con nosotros todo el tiempo que transcurra esta reunión. Y esta oración la ofrecemos en nombre de todos los presentes y a mí propio, César Regalado, de la familia Regalado y Chimura, una familia bendecida central. Ayú.
Ayú. Thank you so much, Brother Regalado. I appreciate your inviting or blessing on what we are doing here. Just again, welcome to everyone here today. Words of leadership. Today, we are all leaders. I'd like to welcome our dear brother in Mexico, Brother Victor Castillo, to guide us give us information on leadership today. Brother Victor, welcome, sir. On mute.
You're mute, Victor.
Sorry. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It's a pleasure to meet you all again. Of course, it's a tremendous pleasure to share with you some words regarding leadership. So let me share the screen. You see the PowerPoint?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Then let me move this to here. Okay. So talking about the leadership, last time we talked about we must listen well, and also we need to live according what we say. So today, the next topic to talk is about delegation, sharing our responsibilities among others. So this is a normal process if we are listening well, if we are also doing what we say in front of all our community, that naturally as we grow, we can share the leadership or this characteristic to show how to do the things to others. And this is also talking about Moses, the continuous path on this explanation I'm using to share with you. So in the Bible, continues on the Exodus, chapter 21, 22. Once again, the father-in-law, Moses, talked to him, and he invited him to choose from the people others that can help him to administrate or manage all the things on the community. So in other words, the father-in-law Moses asked him to choose men who can share the workload with him. That means to share responsibility. So this is a normal characteristic, I believe, that it continues as we grow on the leadership process. Then Moses of course, pray and make a good discernment or selection among all the people that was following him. And he need to share men's right and men's that were afraid of God at the time. But more than afraid of God at the time, we can share men who truly feel the love of God on actual times. Men and women, of course, but we know that at that time also were more patriarchic than women's leadership, unfortunately. Anyway, men who really were not selfless, but truly sharing to others. In other words, Moses need to find talents and good characteristics on the people who might guide others in good way. So in this way, the most important thing that Moses needed to do was to share the leadership and find a way to find people who can lead 10, 50, 100, 1,000, maybe 10,000, because the population were big. And he need to put in the right positions of responsibility versus their abilities and characteristics to guide others. All of this he needed to do, of course, guided by God and by the good judgment on the love to share this leadership on the town. But this is nothing new, considering that the purpose of God has been the same since the beginning of time. If we remember, God, through the angels or archangels, show Adam and Eve how do they need to live on the Garden of Eden. And through this learning process, also God wanted to share with them how to manage the land in preparation for them to show in the same way to the continuous growing of the population or the family. So God have been done this since ancient time, and he wanted us, all of us, to be good leadership and to receive responsibility to manage all the environment. So coming back to this third time of leadership point of view, the resume is that a good leader need to have good capabilities to share and need to have good capabilities to select. But as we know, the best capabilities we need to share or to find or to develop is the love and to share to others. So the result of this Bible versicle in chapter 22 of Exodus is a good process for a leadership is to share the leadership role. And this is a normal and convenient way to manage all relationship, either in home, either in work, either in our congregation. And the best way to share others on education is to show to the example. So brothers and sisters, it's a pleasure to share this and hope everybody can be inspired and continues our activity. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Gracias,
you.
Victor. Power.
Thank you so much, Brother Victor, for your guidance. Very useful, practical, applicable. So yeah, very important. I think one thing for us is always raising up others, you know. I really take that to heart, deeply. I'm struggling so much trying to others to raise up, you know, with who have the passion, you know. I thank you. So highlights, sharing what happened last week, anything that's planned, upcoming. Leaders, please feel free to come on and share with us anything that you have that happened last week or something that you have coming up. I always, in UPF, I've always liked the month of September because it's September 21 is the International Day of Peace. I've always looked forward to that, having a nice event, you know, and yeah. So it's a very nice month, the month of September for the UPF. Please share.
September morning.
Vale, Mario. Sing it. Today we have more time.
I think Cesar put his hand up. No? Oh, sorry.
Yes, I would like to report something.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. Am I right with all of attending this meeting speak English? Because in that case, I speak English better than Spanish. And save translation.
Salmon, Remy. We have Salmon and Remy for English in the group.
Who else is attending this meeting who doesn't speak English?
Salmon and Remy.
I think okay today everybody speaks English.
Wow.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, let's go
Okay,
forward then.
I would like to report something that happened this past week. I mean, this current week. I visited the parliament. Here's a chamber of representative, and I went to meet Ana Maria Peña. Ana Maria Peña is a Congress lady, and we asked her to be in charge of as a coordinator to the Association of Parliamentarians. She agreed happily. She asked me what her responsibility would be. I explained to her, and she would be serving both chambers. We know we have two chambers parliament. Therefore, there's only one representative, the UPF for both chambers. She was happy for that. Also, I visited Benjamin Cruz. Benjamin Cruz is a young artist. He's 36 years old. He belongs to, this is the picture, yes. This is a picture of Ana Maria. I visited the Congress. She's a lady.
Look at the professor, always teaching true love.
Oh, I saw
Anyway.
as a congressman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was very happy to be appointed, and only she asked me what the responsibility might be, and I explained to her nothing so difficult for her to do. She's also a journalist, therefore she's very good with media. That's why this helped her with her political career.
Wow.
But anyway, we're going to appoint 2 new ambassadors for peace this Sunday after the Sunday service. And these 2 new ambassadors for peace, we're going to also ask them to be in charge of coordinating the International Interreligious Association for Peace and Development and the International Association for the Art and Culture. The first is a lady. Señor Leonidas talked to her, and he's having meetings with her. She's the Christian Jewish in the United States called Jews for Jesus. She's a pastor, and she agreed to be appointed as representative, as a coordinator, but she's not ambassador for peace. This Sunday we're going to give her the recognition as ambassador for peace, also the young artist, because on Friday when Ricardo comes, we're going to give 4 certificates for those representatives. These 2 of them, and also the Ana Maria Peña, the Congress lady, and Maritza Jorge in charge of the media, coordinator for the media, International Media Association. Therefore, Señor Ricardo, when you come, we like on Friday, 22nd in the afternoon, that you and us to deliver, to give this 4 certificate to these 4 head of associations. We make a certificate, but we need you to send your signature, because in the certificate will be signed by you and myself. I asked Señor Leonidas, I thought he should be, but he said, no, you do. Therefore, but we need your signature in order to place in the certificate. This is going to be tentatively, if it's possible for you when you come, on Friday afternoon, Friday 22nd. I also asked, how was to Maritza, how was the meeting between you and the president of the Congress? She told me she doesn't know because Mario is in charge of, Mario is already in contact with this person. Immediately Mario knows about this meeting, this interview, he will let us know. And the last thing that happened is, do you remember when you came here? This is for other people because you already know. When you came here, you attended a seminar for leaders of a new party, Christian Socialist Party. These 2 new ambassadors for peace and head of association, they both belong to this party. Therefore, before asking them, I asked the president of the party, what's her opinion? I wanted to know if she agreed with this, because I don't want to be taking advantage of this party without her to know. Therefore, I asked her, what do you think about, we plan to do this with these people, what do you think? And she says, oh, I'm very, very happy, very honored, no problem. Therefore, then I talked to them. But also the next day she called Leonidas and myself, to go to the party because she's going to participate in the next election. You remember this couple? She cannot be candidate because too expensive. She doesn't have, she only have a party, but she doesn't have the resources in order to become a candidate. But she appointed, and that day is going to be the declaration of the candidates. Therefore, she asked Leonidas and myself to be there. And she talked to these people. These are the people from Korea. Therefore, I was so surprised because we don't look Korean, but these are Korean people.
Just stretch your eyes like that. We have Reverend
Anyway,
Sambo Kim.
Two
He can
tapes
help
in the
you.
back.
Yeah, and with this color, I don't know.
Un coreano un poco
Anyway.
tostadito, no hay problema.
Bastante tostaditos, pasado de tostaditos. Entonces, yeah, she introduced us to this guy, Roque Espaillat. He also is a businessman. He worked in Korea for 10 years. Therefore, he knows Korea very well. He admires the good things of Korea. And therefore, we greet him personally because he said, come, and we talked to him. Therefore, that was a good thing. She invited us. Anyway, do you remember that we had to have some kind of connection with the emerging party? And that's what we're doing in case of whatever quote of power they get, we're going to be somehow connected. But at the same time, we'll be educating the young leaders because they already agree that we have a good ideology. Anyway, that's what I wanted to report. Therefore, this Sunday, after the Sunday service, we're going to appoint these two young people next head of the association as ambassador for peace, and Friday 22nd as the coordinator for these two associations. But when you come, Ricardo, you're going to give them with us to these people. That's why the certificate will be signed by you. Please send us your signature in order for you to introduce. Anyway, that's everything up to now. Please, Mario, whenever you have an idea about the appointment, let us know.
Yeah, she mentioned that you exactly you were in that meeting with that lady. She was very excited about. She sent me an audio saying that I was waiting in what direction the waters are moving, and so finally she sent an audio saying that she couldn't meet or reach the main person. It is the Pacheco, because he was in a meeting and also he was in a rush when he was with someone, maybe this lady, and there was no chance to talk because there was like a critical situation, so it was not convenient. And then she says something like waiting. Then I asked her again, and then I said, well, then I should wait for Monday. And they said, yes, I'm gonna try something on Monday, but no, my only situation here is waiting in which directions the things are moving, so to support. And no, that's what I gave you the phone, so you can directly call to them and find out which way to go faster. It's up to you, you know.
I suggest, Cesar, Mario, after we finish the meeting, let's continue this discussion specifically.
Right.
Dominican Republic, okay? Brother Dennis, I just want to add something.
Yes, please.
First of all, I'm ready. Cesar,
I see.
Oh,
Jews,
a new
Jews for
hat.
Jesus.
How do you call those regalados?
Yamaka.
Yamaka
Yamaka.
Jews for unificationists?
Right. This is directly from Jerusalem, and not only Jerusalem, but the Jewish quarter. As you know, they have a Jewish,
see.
Muslim,
Yes,
Christian, right?
yeah,
So I went there with my second son.
yeah.
So I can meet this pastor. I can go with this.
A
Okay.
pastora. Meet the pastor with the Yamaka.
Con mi nariz, I looks fit.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I could be one, no problem.
You don't have to pretend, you're very close.
La nariz la tengo. Así que
Holy.
I
The way
just
you're
want to add
going,
something.
Ricardo, the way you're going, Ricardo, you're gonna be. I won't be. It won't be strange you to be the the 32nd commentator of the Masonry.
Just one thing, thank you, if you allow me, Brother Dennis,
Yes, please.
thank you, Cesar, very much. We're having translation, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shinhyo. I think he's translating, Eileen also. Now this again is a reminder. I had my notes to share at the end, the closing remarks, but I think it's good to share now. When I asked Dr. Young, you are with True Mother every week. What is that you would report to True Mother from our region that would inspire her the most? Very specifically, as soon as I was appointed. So he said two things. Who remembers that? Because that is our priority in a way, because it's directly what Dr. Young told me Mother would be inspired. Okay, number one is what? Very good. Develop the current associations, right? UPF, we have 8 associations. Develop them. Mother wants to hear that you're having activities that show the development of the associations. And number two, what else did Dr. Young say? Very good. Establish each association in each of the 21 nations, right? That's more for me, but look at your country. It doesn't matter where we are. I know in some countries there is a foundation of brothers and sisters or ambassadors for peace. You can create a nice team. Some of you even have financial support, and others you're really on your own. But wherever we are, let's have a clear goal, a clear objective. Where do I want to go? And if you're having certain challenges with that, I'm more than happy to sit down with you and we work on something that requires extra effort. So we pray, we have a chansung, right? Not a very simple goal, but at the same time, something that we know could happen. But dream big, we think big, we look for a miracle, for the impossible to become possible. So that is very important. So wherever we are in our countries, okay, how can we go one step higher and higher? So we are appointing them. In Costa Rica, they call them directors. I understand in the Dominican Republic, you said, well, if we appoint them directors, they're going to start asking money. So you decided to call them coordinators. We can talk about that because the title for especially for these VIPs or VVIPs, director is very, very good compared to coordinator. But we can discuss about that. So anyway, thank you. I just want to emphasize, let's sit down. Again, if you need my support, you always have it 24/7. But let's have clear goals, especially thinking Vision 2025. That was my comment. Thank you so much, Brother Dennis.
Yes,
All yours.
I'd like to thank you for your always being available, Thank you for that. Any other report? Sharing? Go ahead, please, Brother Remy. Reverend Remy Topier, St. Lucia.
I can shortly report about, so this 21st of September, we are going to have, in fact, 2 webinars. One in the morning, which is for religious leaders. And I can share my screen. I can show you. So these are
Wow.
the panelists. So
Se ve la pincelada del maestro Elías.
we really have a very good panel. The lady, she will be the moderator. She's a former Speaker of the House. And
Wow.
but she's also she's Catholic. And she was very helpful also when we worked with Cardinal Felix. She was always there too. So she will be the moderator. She is right now parliamentary commissioner, so she's still quite involved in the nation. And then we have the Archbishop Gabriel Malzer. He is the head of the Catholic Church. But what is interesting is that he's very precious man because he is also the overseer, the boss for the Catholics. He is the overseer for the Catholics of Grenada, St. Vincent, Small Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua. So he's really very important for all these small islands. Next, we have he's the head archdeacon of the Anglican Church. Then we have Pastor Roger Stephen. He's the president of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So I'm very glad also that we have him because it's really not easy to work with the Seventh-day Adventists. They are quite very strict and so on. So I'm very glad he will be there. And then next is the head of the Methodist Church. It's not so big here, but still they are part of the older religions here beside Catholics. And then we'll have a Pentecostal pastor. So it's really cover all the various spectrum of the various faiths. And I think it will have a good impact. And it will be always good to show that UPF can bring those leaders like that together on the level of the nation. It's really good for us. And then in the evening, we'll have another webinar for politicians. I must say I have been struggling honestly to gather the politicians to do this, but finally yesterday somehow the last one came, and so we are going to have some interesting people still working on doing the leaflet. So there will be one current minister of the government, Ministry of Commerce, a lady, and then we'll have two former ministers of the previous government that will be part of it, and then two senators, one former senator, and then next another senator now, current senator. And this lady, it's a lady, this senator, she's very interesting because maybe you remember about 4 years ago, there was a big event, big noise in America, in Houston, because there was a policewoman who killed a guy. She mistook her apartment. She was living one floor above one guy, and when she came back home, she went to the apartment of someone else, and she thought it was her apartment. She thought this guy was stealing, something, and she killed him. I don't know if you remember, it made a big noise at that time because he's black, and he's Saint Lucian, in fact. So she is the mother of this person who was killed at that time.
Oh, wow.
So it's also very interesting that she can be part of this webinar like that. Then, so that's all for St. Lucia, but we'll have to decide soon a date. If we do another IAPD conference, we'll need to set a date, but maybe in October sometimes, maybe around 20th of October or something like that. Voilà, that's all for now. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
What time is gonna be that meeting, that webinar?
Which one?
The second one?
Second one from 6 to 7
PM.
p.m. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Great. K-Power. I like K-Power because combines Spanish and English.
Yeah.
K-Power. Thank you, Remy. Again, brother Dennis, let me say something so I don't have to say everything at the end.
Sure.
This is great that we are able to do regional and national events. We're on the move, shows the power, excitement, heaven and earth, humankind. At the same time, we'll discuss, I think we have more time today with 1 hour. In a way, I decided 1 hour because I don't want to take much of your time. But on the other hand, it goes so fast, right?
Yeah.
We don't really have time to share and talk and listen to each other a little bit. It's like report, announcement, closing remarks, bye-bye, prayer. That's why I invite everybody. they want to stay longer. In my prayers, as you know, I receive all Dr. Young asked me to help with our UPF UN office, which is 133 member states. And it's a huge in itself. I mean, it's cosmic, challenging. However, it's great for us in many, many ways. Maybe I'll share next Saturday. But one of the things that is important for us is to keep the ECOSOC status.
Yes.
That allows us to have, remember when I show you my photo in the Secretary General, UN Secretary General's office, Ban Ki-moon, with the UN pass, right? So we can have up to 6 passes for a year. That allows, when you have a pass, any diplomat from the Secretary General to any mission, they see that pass. That means you were approved by United Nations community. Gives incredible legitimacy, and someone has to receive you in any country. May not be the main ambassador. So that allows us to contact, for example, I can go, I meet the ambassador of Jamaica, right? The main ambassador. The main ambassador appointed to the UN was appointed by the head of state. Even though we may have Minister of Foreign Affairs as his or her immediate central figure, but it's actually United Nations, the head of state decides who's going to be there. Washington, D.C., London, Brussels, these are key places, Beijing. So if I'm able to meet the ambassador of Jamaica, then I open my laptop and Brother Dennis is on the other side. So I share with him what we're doing in the world, in the region, but also, hey, this is what we're doing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And the breakthrough with the ambassador allows us to reach the president or the minister of education or the minister of social affairs, whatever we want. I experienced that before. So this is great. And at the same time, to keep that status of ECOSOC, we need to do activities related to the UN. So I shared with you a couple of meetings ago a calendar of UN days that I selected. So every month we could have, actually I could share right now, I'm sorry. So if I share it now, I don't have to share later. Okay, my closing remarks are going to be, I love you, thank you so much. I think it's here, well, this is the Spanish. So as you can see here, all the international United Nations days that somehow are connected to our principles, our values, and our activities. These are in English. I did this. I read all of them, and this is a suggestion. I can send it to you, the link for United Nations.
Yeah.
So if you look at this slide, every month we can select a day that at least we can have a regional webinar. For example, now we are in September. Okay. For example, next month, International Day of Older Persons. So in our language, we can say we want to honor our grandparents. Right? So we have a webinar. This is United Nations. And the good thing that I did it, that's why I'm always talking about based on experience. Otherwise, I don't share. So we can invite a representative of the United Nations to speak at our webinars. We are commemorating United Nations Day, and we're going to send you also, in some of our countries, we have a United Nations Public Information Office. Right? They're small offices, but they're in our country. So let's say Brother Remy is the director of the Public Information Office of the UN that is in St. Lucia. So then I approach him. We're going to have, we are, UPF, ECOSOC, we're organizing this webinar honoring, commemorating United Nations International Day of All Persons, October 1st. We would like you to speak, and please share with us and our audience the significance of this day from the UN perspective. And am I going too fast? Interpreter, pardon. I need, like my wife says, you need a cold shower or cold bucket. Okay. So we invite the UN person and he or she is always happy to be part of that. So then give us also more legitimacy. We develop a new relationship, which is key, but also when we give the report to the United Nations, wow, not only are you commemorating, but you are inviting us. We were in your program because we have our enemies. The other day I talked with Dr. Hamad. We still have our enemies, unfortunately, at the UN, trying to block us, trying to leave us out of the UN system, right? So anyway, I'm sorry it took a little bit longer, but it was something I was going to share, right? So for every single day, we're going to be sharing this with you. I asked Mario to please help me and take leadership on this. And so every month we'll try to have a webinar. So then we can invite all the associations as our speakers, right? We are celebrating International Day of Older Person or Grandparents, right? So we can invite from the academicians, from the journalists. And as we grow and develop, yeah, we can have specific IAPP or IAPD, et cetera, even in each of our nations, right? So thank you. I think this is a great development that we can connect with the UN in our countries as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there anyone else who would like to share something? Yeah, I would like to share.
We have one more. Yeah, when I was appointed, I felt right away the significance of connecting the region of North America and with us. You know, in our organization, we divide Central America, Caribbean, South America, but actually in the United Nations is one, it's called GRULAC, Group of Latin America and the Caribbean, GRULAC, right? So when we are in an international arena, people think of one region, not two. So I talked to Dr. Ferraboli. I said, let's do things together. And I called Dr. Jenkins. You know, it's very important, especially like IAPP. If you have a member of Congress from the United States and we bring members of Congress or Parliament in our regions, it's very powerful. Right? So, you know, Dr. Jenkins, he's always, yeah, this is great. This is wonderful. He was very excited. So we did this in the past. It's not new. And but I think it's important, if not monthly, but every maybe 3 months, we have a North America, Central America, and South America IAPP, for example. So we're having 2 coming up. So I don't know, Mario, Eliezer, both, if you want to share, we have a flyer. Eliezer is our heavenly artist, very wonderful flyer again. Thank you, Eliezer. I know si Mario or Eliezer wanted to share briefly what is coming up next week.
I think it's Eliezer.
Okay. Good morning, brother and sister. Thank you. Just give me a moment. I need to open the other computer. Just a moment. We have 2 webinars in 21 and 23. It's the Americas will be 23 and 21. Already I finished the 2023 flyer for us. We need to start from today, the flyer for 21. So just give me a moment, I will share. Oh my goodness. This is our activity is organized with UPF United States, UPF Central America and the Caribbean, and UPF South America. So we have a great group of panelists. Honorable David, the former Congressman of Honduras, who will be the moderator. So also Dr. Jenkins will give welcome opening remarks. Also, Dr. Simon Ferraboli, the South America president, will give some explanation about what UPF are doing in order to fulfill the peace work. So also we have Your Excellency Hilda Patricia Marroquin, the former First Lady of Guatemala. She will be also the great panelist in our webinar. Also, Honorable Silvia de Rosario. Silvia de Rosario is the president of Latin America and the Caribbean Parliament, is Parlatino. Also from Peru, we have a former Congressman, Luis Alberto Jica Garcia. From the United States, we have Honorable Loretta Sanchez. He is a U.S. House of Representatives. She's a former. Also from Honduras, we have Julio. He's a president of the Jose Cecilia del Valle University, and he was the former. He was a Minister of Economy and Development. Also from Barbados, Bahamas, we have Dr. Han. She is a pastor, but she is also a president of the World Dance Council from UNESCO. This is a great group for this webinar. We will take place in 23 and 3 p.m. Central American time, Peru 4 p.m., New York 5 p.m., also Paulo 6 p.m. So all of you are invited to participate in this great webinar. Soon we will send information about 21. The 21 also will be very good because we have many high-level panels. That's all for my part. I don't know, Mario. This is the here internet is not so fast.
Sorry,
so,
one small point, Brother Eliasa. On the flyer, at the bottom, the 23rd, could you change the TH to RD in the English flyer? TH, please put RD, 23rd.
RD.
Okay. Yeah, yes, okay.
Y bueno,
Got it.
Ricardo, creo que es una buena oportunidad para asesorarnos ahí, porque ahí se mantiene special consultative, and I think it's changed, right?
English, please. Yeah, general.
So it's general consultative status. We changed recently, Eliezer, from special to
Okay.
general.
Okay.
Ricardo, una idea, no sería conveniente, ya que
English,
esta es
please.
como, oh, so sorry, yeah. Wouldn't it be convenient to write under the bios, like the association they represent, like IAPP, academicians, artists, and so we can show that it's a combined event somehow? Or we can tell that to the MC. That's optional.
Mario, for me, is
Difficult.
people cannot read many words there. Also,
Okay.
space. If you put more, you move all the text. But people don't take time to read many details. They don't care if you put like EAPP or like that. People don't know. You need to put all International Association Parliamentary for Peace, because people don't know how is, for example, UPF. Explain what's that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But the MC is very important to know.
That's let me on my side. Bueno, the other thing that I may add is that we haven't finished yet the flyer. We're working on that now, but we will have another. This is for the 23rd, but we are having another one from the 21st, the very day, which is Thursday. APDPP parliamentarians webinar again, with United States, Central, South, and the Caribbean guests, just like this, but with other, basically, parliamentarians participation. So we are working on that. So that's all I can say now. I don't know if Ricardo would like to add something.
Well, that's it. Got 10 minutes left. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate the great work of Mario and Eliezer
Yes,
working together with North and South America UPF.
Yeah.
Excellent. Power.
yeah,
Too many things.
yeah. I just like to report that upcoming for us on the 24th, the Sunday, we will be having a gathering, a seminar, short seminar in the afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock. But that's, face-to-face meeting with our people. We have one every month. We have one every month. Every last Sunday, we have a face-to-face meeting. It's just beginning, so we are trying to grow the participation, grow our participation. Also,
Okay,
yes.
sorry to interrupt you some, because Roy left because he lost internet connection. I would like to share something that he's preparing for, again, for the 21st. This is a webinar. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is a webinar again on the 21st Thursday. We're very, very busy day. Two in San Lucia, one for the regional and one for Costa Rica. That makes 4. And who knows what else can come in the way during the next days. So by now they are having actions for keeping the peace, and they are inviting 6 people from different organizations. It's a general convocation around 3 m Costa Rica time. That will be 5 p.m. Caribbean and EST time, and 4 p.m. Panama and some countries of South America. That's all from Costa Rica. I just don't want him to miss this one because he left the room because of internet.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thank you. Wonderful. Power.
Yeah. Also, I thought of having the launch of the Arts and Culture for Peace at the regional level. My idea is to have a gathering here in Kingston and then have others participate online. So the idea was to gather as many artists, because I have someone who is in connection with a lot of the performing artists. So the plan was so far I've been trying to use our School of Art is very popular in the Caribbean. I think it might be the #1 school of the performing and visual arts. So I have asked them to allow us to use their venue. So that's still to be settled. And I had someone who was a YouTube channel, and his job was to help us to gather the artists. He's very well known. He's a producer of music. But it's kind of a setback because recently he made some public statement in a political platform. So that sets us back a bit with him, because you cannot, if he's perceived to be of a certain activist for a certain party, then it's very difficult to use him. It's very difficult. So I have to rethink. But I was hoping to have like 100 people gathered, at the School of Art, and to have a stage and everything else, and speeches and performances from, already I'm asking persons in your region, in the different region, if you know good performers, somebody could perform a poem or so, they could be on the program. So that is I was thinking to have it on the 7th of October, but I think I might have to set back. The date might be set back, but it's coming. It's coming. I'd like to have it that way, that official kind of introduction to the region about the Arts and Culture for Peace agenda. So Dr. Ricardo, I'd love to discuss with you some more, you know, to get some ideas.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Arts and culture are
Yeah.
key component, and I'm always thinking of having this peace festival with our top artists. Of course, we have to find artists that are aligned with our principles and values, right?
Indeed, yeah.
Some of our artists, unfortunately, have on the other side, put in
Yeah.
other words, but it'd be great to have the main stadium, soccer stadium, baseball stadium, and we have a wonderful concert or festival with key artists that support our efforts for peace.
Yes,
We can even have a blessing there as well. But
yes, yes.
okay, great. Thank you. We have many artists here as well.
Yeah.
Mario's a professor of music. Wow.
Great. Any other closing? Should we now do closing remarks, or let everyone feel? If you have something on your heart, please share it. Feel free.
56.
Another, Mario.
No,
1 minute. No. Okay. So I go. My God, it's already 56. Anyway, we'll send you an email. But I really want to share something with you here. Can you see this? Yeah, right.
Yes. Yes.
Remember, we talk about this for total victory with power.
Yeah.
We talk about spiritual resources,
Yes.
human resources. So in 2 days, we're going to finish our second Chanson condition 40 days. We're going to start a third one. And then we talk about human resources, brothers and sisters, ambassadors for peace, and then the financial resources, right? And
Yes.
that's why the importance of incorporating. So I talked to the accountant, UPF USA, that he was helping me when I was here. Go ahead. Is that something? Oh, okay. And so he said it would take about 7 months, and it costs $1,000 to register UPF here in order to receive the funds, right? So we have something here in between, which is this is an organization that with Dr. Young we established to train our mainly second generation to be able to prepare themselves to be leaders in our society. So it's called Leadership Academy for Latin America. So we have that account that is open, and I went there yesterday to double check. So in my prayers, I received this inspiration that we donate, each one of us, because the actual account, Central America and the Caribbean, we have zero UPF, zero, literally zero, not even $1, right? And so of course we need the account. We don't have a separate account just for UPF. That would take about 7 months, the account, UPF USA account, professional, and the cost. So we need something in between. We have ourselves we want to support, but we have brothers and sisters we want to support. We want people to donate. In Costa Rica, we met this businessman who was willing to support. So this is the information. Anyway, we need to close now, but we're going to circulate this. The principle we know, and I'm totally convinced about this, and it's my experience. I give first, even as a Central American, the Caribbean region, whatever money comes in, we should tie it to the world, right? To the UPF International, even if it's just few dollars, but that's the principle. And I feel it's a great condition that we ourselves donate before the thousands and millions of dollars will come to our account, right? So I'm asking if it's possible each UPF chapter in each nation contributes $100 a month. If you cannot, because of your situation, that's fine. You can give 50, it can be 30, but at least give 10. It's a condition, right? And I talked to my wife. So we're asking each nation to give 100. We are family, we're going to give 200 a month. We feel that. It's not easy, it doesn't matter. We need to make that condition. We need to create that spiritual vacuum, spiritual power, because we need a lot of funds to do a lot of activities. We want to inspire a true Father in heaven, a true Mother on earth, Heavenly Parent. So these are the information that will pass. You can send the donation. I check already, PayPal is working. And the Zelle is working, and that's the account number. We'll discuss more, but let's do it during this week. We make that contribution. And again, this is a reminder. We talk about one of our points is Flying One, John the Baptist VIP. I'm asking you again, please send your main VIP in your country so we can circulate this prayer list. And the same with the Department of Education. It's important. Remind you again, please send the PowerPoints that you have. We want to have it online, available for everybody. One PowerPoint will be there, and International Day of Peace, and also volunteer for next month. Again, it's good that every week we start with some words on leadership. We can always be better leaders. We can be better servants. So I think it's important that every week we start. Okay, that's basically it. Those are the holidays I already shared. And thank you so much, Brother Dennis, everybody, with power. We close another week. Let's be in touch through our group.
Yes.
Thank you all very, very much.
Yes.
God bless you.
Yes.
Sorry, we went over a minute. But if anyone wants to stay, needs to stay, especially Cesar and Mario, please stay a few minutes so we discuss.
Leonidas is in the room.
And Leonidas también, welcome. So we can close, Brother Dennis, with the prayer. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And those who are willing to stay, you can stay.
Yeah, okay. Loving, dear Heavenly Parents, dear precious true parents, we are so grateful for the opportunity to serve the main providence, to understand the main current of the providence, and to unite with our true mother's direction. We pray for the advancement, full-scale advancement in Central America and the Caribbean. We pray that as we seek to build a culture of peace through the work of the UPF, we pray for the support of people from all walks of life, VIPs, politicians, religious people, artists, all politicians, all types of people will support the vision of the UPF. We are grateful for all our leaders who are gathered online today. We pray for the total well-being of them and their families. We pray for that we can garner resources, that we can meet those who can help us to acquire resources to advance the work. We pray for all the programs that are prepared for the centering around the International Day of Peace. We pray for our status at the UN. We pray for Dr. Desena as he works to advance the providence. We pray for the work uniting with North America and with Latin America, so that together great victory can be accomplished. We are so grateful that we have this opportunity to serve. We pray that we can also find others who are really willing to sacrifice. We pray particularly to find young people who can be inspired by the vision of the UPF, by True Mother's vision. We offer ourselves as SAC to be used as instruments of destiny to shape the destinies of our nations and the destiny of our region and contribute to shaping the destiny of the world and the cosmos. I offer this report prayer. I pray in the names of Dennis and Leda Salmon of the Salmon family, blessed Central family. Jude.
Just one last note, sorry. Just to excuse Toribio, he wrote in Spanish that he couldn't join because he's organizing a family fair and educational program just now, so that's why he couldn't join us. So our congratulations and supports, and Aileen, let him know that we are. Aileen, dígale que hicimos su anuncio y reconocimiento por su actividad el día de hoy. Gracias.
Amen. Right. Thank you so much, Brother Dennis.
You're welcome.
Bye,
You're
everybody.
welcome.
Victor, for leadership words and everybody.
Yes,
Muchísimas gracias. Good
yes.
power, and anybody wants to stay, we can stay. If you all ask me with tears, you want to do 1 hour and 15 minutes, I'll be happy to extend our meetings on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, quickly, I'd like to ask you, Dr. Ricardo, what would you like to suggest for Day of Peace for the event in Cuba? Actually, we never realized, but I like to establish something, but you know, I want to listen to your suggestion.
Well, the
I'm sorry
theme
to
is,
complete change it on another level of stuff.
no, the meeting is over. Gracias, Eileen and Shinhyo, very much to the interpreters and our heavenly technician. The meeting is officially over, but if you want to have your coffee, your tea, we share.
Gracias, Eli, por su apoyo. Ya terminamos acá. Su traducción también. La reunión ya terminó oficialmente. Gracias.
Muchísimas gracias. Solo 1 hora por semana. Muchísimas gracias por estar ahí siempre. That's a good question. The theme, as far as I remember, is plan to action.
Peace
That
is
is-
result of action.
Peace is the result of action. That's the title of the motto for this year, for the International Day of Peace. So I can send you that link, and based on that motto, you can do anything. You can have like an hour program, then you have speakers, they discuss. You can have a webinar, even though sometimes internet, we have a challenge in Cuba. You can have a peace walk, and at the end of a peace walk, you can have someone to share a few words. Always when we have, everybody left already, right? Maybe next week I will remind. When we have a UPF program commemorating UN Day, it's always very important that we quote the UN Secretary General's words.
Yes,
Like for us, we quote True Father's words, True Mother's words, right? It's very important. So we make the statement in our program based on this year's motto, United Nations, and what Secretary General Guterres said in his speech on this day at this time in front of the General Assembly. We quote that.
yeah,
That also goes in our records. And also, if we want to invite a UN person and he or she sees we're quoting the Secretary General, that's very powerful for us, right? And we are doing that. So, but sometimes we don't think about so much. But I will send an email. I'm really sorry. I would like to spend much more time with each one of you, but I also need to work. I have my job
mm-hmm.
to make
Very
money.
Very
So
important.
that takes me already time. And then now with the UN, unbelievable. This is a full-time mission for anybody. I don't know why, but my wife, I'm going to share with you, you are my brothers right here. My first reaction was, no, are you crazy? How can you ask me to do that? It's crazy, impossible. My wife said, this is from God. You can't say no to God. God knows your situation, the limitation, the challenges. You cannot say no to God. So
True.
anyway, but it's crazy, the challenge of this thing. So, but anyway, I hope I can find more time, sit down again one-on-one with you and help you develop each one of your nation's chapters. So did I answer your question, Reverend
Well,
Samuel?
okay, yeah, I'm trying to get developed and then support us, especially in Cuba. Really, they are well connected to UN, activities. So whatever you suggest, really, I want to keep on track, and I like to follow all the program. So really, Peace Embassy in Cuba, really, they are following all the program. That's all the point. So if you have any idea and guide, and then really I welcome and I receive and will push them to, they create some more work and then to following all the schedule.
Okay.
That's the whole point. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Please take care of your health. And then really thank you so much, all brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. You're welcome to stay. We're going to talk about Dominican Republic, the visit next week.
Yeah.
With Mario, Cesar, I think Leonidas is there too.
Okay, so I'm
Maybe
going.
not too. Thank you so much for
Thank
me.
you, Remy.
Bye.
2 programs in 1 nation. We have our world record, I think.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Have a blessed week.
Yes.
Thank you, Brother Dennis, as well. God
You're
bless
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
WMC.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
let's talk during the week about the launching up
Yeah.
of at the regional level,
I look forward to that. Thank you.
Arts and Culture for Peace. I'm sorry, I haven't been available as much as I would love to, but
Yeah.
it's good this week, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Kamsahamnida. God
Yeah.
bless you. Have a very blessed week. Okay, hermanazos. Acá con el amigo de Mario.
Wow.
Mi esposa debe tener alguna conexión con Honduras. Porque
Imagínate.
mirá que hay tazas acá, somos 5.
Sí.
Multiplicarlo por lo menos por 2, debe haber 10 o 15 tazas. Y cuando me trae es un imán.
Papi a la orden.
Me trae esta taza que por César, no sé si lo conoce o no, fue el expresidente.
No, exalcalde.
Ah, no llegó a ser presidente.
No, fue candidato presidencial recientemente, pero perdió.
Ah, candidato, ok.
Sí,
Ah,
pero
exalcalde.
2 veces el más exitoso en 100 años, reconocido por todos los partidos, y el tipo con grandes posibilidades de gerenciar el país, pero debido a la mala racha que hizo el gobierno anterior, lo mató políticamente. Nadie quería votar por ese partido, sin embargo, él tenía gran simpatía, ¿verdad? Anyway, momentos históricos.
Ok. Gracias, mami. ¿Estás ahí todavía? ¿O es tu espíritu?
Ahí está, ahí está. El tema es que se llamaba, su eslogan político era Papi a la orden. Entonces es porque él se ganó eso. Bueno, él se ganó porque nunca lo encontrabas en su escritorio. Siempre estaba en una máquina, en un punto de trabajo de la ciudad. O sea, si querías oficiar algo, tenías que buscarlo donde estaba él trabajando, ¿verdad? Visitando todos los proyectos. Nunca en la oficina. Entonces, él siempre se hizo famoso porque a todo el mundo, ¡ay, papi! A todo el mundo le decía, ¡ay, papi! ¿Cómo está, papi? Papi, papi, todo el mundo, ¿no? Y luego, cuando le pedían un favor, él contestaba a la orden. Entonces, su asesor político le dijo, mira, tu frase será papi a la orden. Y bueno, ahí está.
Hermanazos, ¿ustedes quieren ir a buscar un café o un té o...?
Yo me acabo de tomar uno, entonces estoy bien. No sé, César, ya es...
No, yo no estoy suficiente energético sin café.
Fantástico.
Ok, yo, entonces, soy yo. De paso, ven acá mi escenografía está preparando para llevarse algo a Zoom, a la República Dominicana, Ricky acá con la caja. A su esposa, se va el lunes para allá.
Ajá.
Ok, voy a traer un poquito de esto y ya vengo, ¿ok?
Ok.
Mientras ustedes pueden hablar, no hay problema.
Sí, Mario, ya yo estoy un poco, me hubiera gustado que ya a estas alturas hubiéramos tenido la confirmación de la cita, pero una cosa es lo que yo desee y otra cosa es la realidad.
Sí, yo comprendo mucho eso, por eso no empujo, porque todo lo que se dice, pues es una cercanía, pero de pasar a la realidad es otra cosa. Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado. Yo soy muy cuidadoso con eso, ¿no?
Sí, ahora lo que yo sugiero es que como Maritza me dijo que ella le proporcionó el contacto que lleva la agenda de Pacheco, si eso es cierto, usted puede llamar a esta persona, no demasiado, pero llamarle al principio de semana o lunes o martes para ver qué esa persona dice, porque si lunes o martes tenemos esa confirmación, ya uno puede, porque queremos aprovechar al máximo la visita de Ricardo para acá, pero sin que tengamos fija esa cita, todo queda más o menos en el aire, porque todo es el evento más importante.
Claro.
Aunque
claro,
el evento más importante que él viene no es nosotros, sino invitado por la red global de Mujeres Líderes por la Paz, que es el 23. A propósito, pues algo de un día entero. Yo voy a ver si puedo participar a las 5 de la tarde, sería aquí, pero creo que todavía a las 5 estamos despidiendo a la gente, no sé, pero estamos muy ricos de actividades.
Sí, parece. Nos está
Eso
lloviendo,
no,
maná.
sí, sí, nos falta boca, mucho más la boca a boca. Sí, pues esa es la idea.
Yo pienso que no hay mucha piedra que romper, porque una vez que ustedes, por ejemplo, si tú le marcas a Mary y le dices, mire, yo soy César Regalado, el encargado de la oficina de la UPF aquí en República
República
Dominicana,
Dominicana.
el señor Mario Salinas de Honduras, inmediatamente a ella le va a hacer clic, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí, ok.
Me ha pasado su contacto para confirmar así o concluir sobre la visita de nuestro presidente regional, cuya visita pues ya fue anticipada con don Pacheco, y queríamos saber cuál es la disponibilidad de la agenda que podría proveérsele aquí en la Cámara el día jueves o viernes. No sé, me parece que eso sería lo más recomendable por las otras agendas que tenemos. Y yo creo que ahí no habrá ningún inconveniente.
Por nosotros la mayor conveniencia sería jueves, pero de todas maneras cualquier día que él disponga, ese sería el día.
Exacto.
Yo voy a hacer eso, voy a seguir su consejo y voy a llamar, pero también usted llame por su parte, de manera que por 2 días, no necesariamente el mismo día.
No, fíjate que yo te diría, así fue como maté el asunto con Maritza yo, ¿verdad? Maritza me llama y me dice, mira Mario, estoy aquí con la encargada de no sé qué, pero yo no sabía quién era, entonces digo, mira, pásame una videollamada con ella y ahí la conozco y la saludo, y en efecto era ella, y ella me conoció, oh, sí, ¿qué tal? Y todo. Entonces, vos puedes pedirle, mire, si quiere nos comunicamos con don Mario y hacemos una llamada, me marcas al WhatsApp y cerramos el asunto.
Ok, o yo le digo que de todas maneras estamos en contacto, sí que eso no es posible y así tenemos la información fresca.
Sí, sentite en la libertad, no hay ningún problema, ¿verdad?
Ok, perfecto.
Sí.
Sí. Sí, porque yo prefiero hacerlo yo, decirle a Marisa que lo haga porque ella es demasiado intensa y ella es muy intensa, entonces a veces no se da cuenta que puede ser hasta engorrosa su insistencia. Prefiero yo hacerlo. Yo puedo ser insistente, pero un poco calmado.
No, hay que ser muy diplomáticos porque nosotros pensamos relaciones a largo plazo y no nos conviene crear una situación ahí, ¿verdad?
Es
Y
como
hasta ahora han
decimos
dado
aquí,
bien.
ni tan cerca que la vela no puede estar tan cerca que quema al santo, ni tan lejos que no la alumbre.
Imagínense, ¿verdad? Muy bien dicho. Así es.
Pues eso era porque vamos a poner al frente de las asociaciones esos 4 personas.
Perdón,
y
de este
entonces,
lado no.
hasta ahora tenemos...
de este lado no puedo tomar, perdón.
Yo
Pues
creo que sería bueno, una vez que hables con Mary, de alguna manera mencionarle, mire, y como yo estuve por acá la vez pasada, no tuve oportunidad de saludarle porque me dijeron que estaba con agenda, qué sé yo, pero me encontré con la diputada tal y también ella está enterada para que nadie se vea pisoteado ni tampoco puesto de lado, ¿va?
Sí, hay que estar muy cuidadosos con esa gente. Sí. Pues sí, así haré, porque ya te digo, el mismo lunes, aunque generalmente los martes es el día que hay más actividad, pero esa gente de oficina posiblemente esté ahí los lunes. Yo el lunes voy a hacer eso porque mientras más rápido tengamos esa confirmación, mucho mejor. Porque las otras cosas, como te dije, están pendientes de esa fecha. Todo lo demás es tentativo hasta que esa fecha esté confirmada.
Es correcto, estoy de acuerdo. Bueno, hemos decidido, Ricardo, que...
Me dieron el golpe de Estado.
Te voy a decir...
¿Cómo se llama este que se fue ahí a... Cuando volvió le dijeron gracias, ya te agarramos el asiento presidencial.
¿Qué pasó?
En un cafecito, en un tecito en realidad, mate cocido, Me dieron el golpe de Estado, che, ustedes. Son bravos, ¿eh?
No, mira, te voy a contar. No me pasó una vez, me pasó varias veces, donde para que vos veas de que cómo se ha jugado el asunto aquí en Honduras de estar así con el presidente de la asamblea y todo. Pero cuando nosotros en el pasado, en los últimos 6, 8 años, invitábamos a eventos, el partido con que estamos trabajando ahorita es el partido de oposición o la gente de oposición, ¿verdad? Entonces, cuando hablábamos a los partidos principales que no se van a quejar de que se les invitó, mira, hubo diputados y de muy buena posición me decían, ay, me dice, no puedo asistir porque se imagina usted a una cumbre, ¿va? Se imagina usted 3 días y llega el presidente, llama a una reunión y yo no estoy, le aseguro que cuando regrese estará otro en mi lugar. O sea, era de no dormir, ¿me entendés? En cambio, los que asistieron, como los que conocemos ahorita, esos se fueron a pesar de que existía también ese temor, pero tomaron el riesgo. Entonces, ahí están entre
Bueno,
ellos el que hoy es presidente del Congreso, ¿no?
Yo tenía el temor, pero tomé el riesgo y perdí. Me dieron el golpe de Estado igual.
No seas así que, ay,
No,
mira,
está bien, adelante.
mira
No,
César,
voy
suerte
a
que ya
aprovechar
está
algo.
Maduro, ¿va?
Voy a aprovechar algo antes que...
Nosotros no tenemos cara de conspiradores, nada de esto.
No, ahora que los tengo a ustedes, grandes corazones y grandes cerebros, yo he estado orando a ver si el cielo me inspira. Nosotros tenemos un desafío y es que no hay eventos. Y no va a haber eventos el resto de este año, no va a haber eventos todo el 24. Ayer hablé con el doctor Jenkins. Acá en Estados Unidos están vendiendo hasta los palitos de la esquina. Están por vender la 43, quieren vender el New Yorker, no tienen un peso.
Ay, 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 ay.
Sí, ya se vendió UTS. Mirá, tenemos al gran profesor César Regalado, egresado de semejante lugar histórico providencial. Lo tuvieron que vender.
Wow.
Maritime.
Es una pena, es una propiedad tan valiosa y tan histórica.
Sí. Y la 43 es la próxima. No tienen plata.
Ay,
no
ay,
tienen...
ay, ay, ay.
No, la situación es terrible, realmente es terrible. No sé, no sé, alguien quizás ahí, el liderazgo de ustedes, no sé, el Reverendo Sansu Kim, quizás les dice, no sé. Pero ayer hablé, viste que el doctor Jenkins ayer dijo, quiero hablar con usted. ¿Fue ayer o antes de ayer? No me acuerdo.
¿Conmigo?
No, o sea que...
Sí, claro.
Bueno, una de las cosas que me dijo es eso, una crisis.
No, y
como nunca.
acordate que le dijo a Feraboli, si es para traer gente, no tenemos un 5, le dijo, y aseguró de que si hacían una movilización fuera con los costos de ellos. ¿Te acordás?
Sí, no, yo había escuchado, viste, años atrás, que las cosas están... No, pero me dijo que él nunca vio algo así, que realmente es una debacle. Yo los comparto con ustedes, esto no está grabado, ¿no? Son hermanos mayores.
Con razón se me ha
Entonces,
preocupado también McDavid con el asunto de Magnolia, que parece que tampoco no hay mucho que... Lo escucho que está un poco preocupado por eso.
sí. Entonces, bueno, volviendo a lo que le decía, no tenemos eventos, no vamos a tener eventos, seguro el año que viene, dijo el doctor Young. Se está tratando que para el 2025, que la madre haga una
Huaquita.
¿Eh?
Que haya hecho una huaquita, te decimos aquí un ahorrito.
Ah, sí. No, porque providencialmente se está hablando que la madre vaya a Corea del Norte el 2025. Quizá no la reunificación pacífica de Corea literalmente, pero bueno, algo. Entonces ahí sí. Entonces la pregunta, el desafío que tenemos nosotros, porque siempre para nuestros invitados, ¿viste? Tenés esa carta de te invito a Corea, todo pago, hay Donald Trump, Mike Pence, Hun Sen, o sea, es un nivel buenísimo. Eso no lo tenemos y no lo vamos a tener. Entonces la pregunta es, ¿qué le ofrecemos a ellos de manera tal que cuando los visitamos no sea solamente una foto, pero en concreto, mirando y lo que, por ejemplo, a mí, en mi oración me surgió la ruta de la paz, ¿no es cierto? Algo que nosotros hacemos, que ellos pueden apoyar, que incluso, por ejemplo, en el caso de Costa Rica, yo lo dije, aprueben una ley en el Congreso donde se establece este día, el día de la ruta de la paz. Entonces la madre iba hasta chocha, el padre también, y es un día nacional. En República Dominicana, yo les pregunté, bueno, si nos encontramos ahí con Pacheco, ¿qué más allá del saludo cordial, protocolar y hablar de la UPF a nivel cósmico, bueno, ¿qué le estamos ofreciendo en concreto? Entonces ellos dijeron que la educación del carácter se establezca oficialmente en todos los institutos educativos del país, ¿no? Más que la ruta de la paz. Ok, entonces hacia ahí estamos apuntando. Pero después lo que debíamos hacer es empezar, por eso nos tenemos que encontrar y ver qué tipo de material tenemos. Yo estuve 4 años desconectado, entonces no sé bien qué hay en detalles, pero seminarios de liderazgo, eso es algo que a todo líder en cualquier área, en la vida, de estas 8 asociaciones, por ejemplo, la UPF establece un seminario de liderazgo como el que hicimos, por ejemplo, ahí en Jaracacoa, ¿cómo se llama?
Jarabacoa.
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 Sí, aunque ese tenía la bendición, era una combinación un poquito, quizás para algunos muy directa, ¿no? Sacaron ahí el bate de béisbol, entraron a revolear los traseros. Yo dije, acá vamos presos. Mario, ahí nomás sacaron el bate de béisbol y le entraron a dar duro en las nalgas. Yo dije, acá nos sacan una foto. ¿Se acuerdan la bendición nuestra, por lo menos? Cuando llegó bueno, ahora vamos a hacer la ceremonia de indemnización. Nos hicieron literalmente dejar todas las cámaras afuera del salón.
Oh,
Y en esa época eran cámaras. 89 en el caso mío. Y viste, ¿no? Saca una foto donde está, ¡ah, bum, ah, bum! La secta realmente es una secta. ¿Viste?
no, pues sí, la del 92 creo que fue un poquito peor, porque fue con cámaras y fue con cámaras y fue el 92. Había un salón, digamos, para Latinoamérica inmenso. Y bueno, en ese momento agradecí mucho que mi esposa no pudo viajar, ¿verdad? Porque era un espectáculo.
Pero no te agarró el reverendo Juan,
No, reverendo Juan, no.
el de República Dominicana. Ahí se agarraba el bate de béisbol, los hacía saltar 10
No,
metros.
mira, no quiero decir nombres, ¿verdad? Pero no era un coreano, era un latino, y él dijo, no, yo voy a representar a los esposos y las esposas porque le están dando muy suavecito, y el tipo se abría.
Valdir debe ser.
Bueno, usted ya lo dijiste por el nombre, ¿va? Y bueno, mira, él me cae bien, pero ahí, y como era la primera vez que lo veía, quedó con muy mal gusto, ¿va? O sea, demasiado, ¿va? Ya después, después andaban las japonesitas en las casas, en las calles con una ramita, ¿no? Dios mío, digo yo, ¿cómo cambia la providencia, eh?
Bueno, para esclarecer lo que pasó en Jarabacoa, el bate era de plástico y hueco. O sea que
Ay,
sonaba
qué
bonito, pero no daba
hablador, qué
duro.
hablador. Ay, hay que aclarar,
sí.
¿verdad? Sí,
Me di
hombre.
cuenta,
Y
no.
en cámara lenta, ¿oh?
No, lo digo que le decíamos, mire, esto no es una caricia, tampoco es una tortura, pero tiene que sonar como que duele.
Para la próxima, preparar un balón inflado, ¿verdad? Para que sea más suavecito, ¿no?
Sí, no.
No, en realidad estuvo muy bueno. Yo lamento mucho que no se haya filmado toda la explicación. Yo cuando vi que estaba la bendición, pues yo he tenido experiencias lamentablemente feas. Aún en Corea.
¿Verdad?
Gente que se ha ofendido,
Sí.
jamás me hablaron de esto, me engañaron.
Gente que le quebraron la columna, vos.
No porque pasó, aún porque vos tienes una conferencia internacional de liderazgo,
Hijo de pucha.
¿no es cierto? Vos sos un diputado, por ejemplo, de Honduras, y te invitan a una conferencia internacional, una cumbre por la paz en el Oriente, ves el programa y resulta que te sacan ahí el vinito, te lo hacen meter y bueno, hay de todo, ¿no? Caín Abel, entonces algunos se sintieron bendecidos, agradecidos, pero hay gente agarrando el micrófono muy negativa, ¿viste? Entonces yo dije, ¿y acá qué va a pasar? Entonces la agarré antes a la doctora Aquino, antes de la bendición, por si se, para el video, ¿viste ese video que vos tradujiste?
Ajá,
Dije, mire, la madre Moon va a estar tan contenta que usted está llevando adelante este seminario. Mándele un saludito, por favor.
ajá,
Le di algo
ajá.
así. Antes de la bendición.
Oh, vaya, le
Antes de
cambiaste
los
el chip.
palazos.
Le cambiaste el chip.
Ahí me apareció Jesús, me dijo, hombre de poca fe, ¿no?
No, hay que hacer algo siempre. No neguemos nuestra esencia espiritual.
No,
No
esta
digo,
ceremonia,
no, al contrario. No digo negar para nada. Pero
Claro,
como yo he tenido experiencia, dije, uy, esta gente, pero después no, había sido preparada, se lo había dicho. Pero digamos, de nuevo, la presentación de la educación del carácter o la ruta de la paz o seminarios de liderazgo, tenemos que ir pensando en algo que concretamente le ofrecemos a estos VVIPs en nuestros países, porque ya no tenemos por ahora. Cuando empiecen a entrar las donaciones y tengamos nuestro propio presupuesto, podemos hacer una cumbre regional. ¿Cómo que no? Habría que averiguar, por ejemplo, Eliezer debe estar al tanto, ahí, no sé, César, vos o Leonidas o Bernardo, si uno quiere hacer una cumbre regional de la UPF, por ejemplo, bueno, ¿de cuántos miles de dólares estamos hablando? Y bueno, hay que pensar en eso también. Yo lo había puesto entre las metas y los objetivos nuestros, incluso el año que viene, poder juntar. Yo tengo fe que los fondos de a poquito irán ingresando. De nuevo, estoy convencido en esta condición que nosotros debemos, representando a nuestros países, y de empezar a golpear puertas. Acá va a haber hermanos y hermanas. Le dije al doctor Jenkins, usted por lo menos tiene que dar $100 por mes, le digo, para Centroamérica y el Caribe, ¿no? Y Tom McDavid, Dr. Ward, o sea, Carol Povans, no digo Carol siempre. Así que hay hermanos y hermanas que nos conocen y saben, y me conocen, ¿viste? Yo tengo las manos totalmente limpias, el dinero público ni lo toco, ni tengo firma, y hacemos un informe todos los meses. Esto ingresó, hay un comité financiero que va a decidir, eso va a ir ganando confianza, aún con filántropos, otra cosa que también les pido ayuda, también hay que tomarse el tiempo, pero ¿cómo nosotros podemos, entre comillas, vender la UPF o vender algún proyecto a la UPF y pedir fondos para eso, la Ruta de la Paz, la educación del carácter, seminarios de liderazgo, lo que sea? Entonces uno puede ir a personas con dinero, aún por ejemplo ¿cómo se llama la que fue jueza que está ayudando al doctor Aquino? ¿Te acuerdas el nombre? La señora de pelo negro.
Ada Arriola.
Ok. Entonces ella decía que conoce varios empresarios. Viste, cuando yo dije, si ustedes quieren, le podemos dar lugar a algún candidato de ustedes, me dijo. Yo le informé al doctor Yang. Entonces me dice, yo consigo el patrocinador, creo que dijo, o el sponsor, no sé. Entonces de repente ella tiene su contacto con tipos que tienen dinero. Y le dicen, mira, queremos hacer esto estos son los beneficios que van a tener nuestros jóvenes, nuestras futuras generaciones. Necesitamos, no sé, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. Con esos $10,000 podemos hacer educación del carácter en, no sé, en 100 escuelitas. Algo por el estilo. Y yo estoy seguro que debe haber gente ahí que tiene dinero, o la Ruta de la Paz, mostrando los beneficios que producen en nuestras comunidades, en nuestros países. Así que, no sé, un día esto vamos a encontrarnos especialmente para eso, para ver de qué manera podemos, de nuevo, entre comillas, vender, y no solamente las personas que conocemos, que nos van a donar, pero aún quienes no conocen o no son miembros, no son embajadores para la paz, que puedan abrir sus billeteras o sus chequeras y darnos donaciones. Bueno, hermanazos, entonces,
quiero hacer una observación.
ajá,
Estoy totalmente de acuerdo con toda tu estrategia en materia de de la financiación, ¿verdad? Y las rutas que se puedan encontrar, las apoyo completamente. Pero quiero regresar a la primera pregunta que incluso se hacía para el asunto de República Dominicana. Bueno, tenemos que entender que nosotros tenemos una base regional, o sea, las actividades regionales, y están las actividades nacionales. Entonces, digamos que en República Dominicana no hay problema porque hay una buena base. Entonces, primero, definitivamente no ofrecer nada, ¿verdad? Si es posible. Ahora, a menos que se pida, pero no ofrecer nada. Ya escuchamos a Leonidas la vez pasada que se había convertido en un problema, como fue un problema aquí en Honduras, y sospecho que es un problema en toda América Central. Las promesas que se hacían en el pasado y al final la gente se resentía con nosotros. Entonces yo propongo que, por ejemplo, con la base que hay en República Dominicana, que incluso tú llegas sobre la base de que a la UPF se le otorgó hace 2 años un reconocimiento congresional por las diferentes aportes de la UPF a lo largo de su existencia, ¿no es cierto, César?
Sí, así es.
Entonces, esa es ya una base con la cual se puede hablar y de eso lo sabe muy bien Pacheco. Y entonces, cuando llegue el momento de las preguntas ¿y qué? Entonces, es bueno que tú estés medio informado, como la educación de carácter y otras dimensiones, porque estamos claros también que desde nuestra matriz se dice que las organizaciones fuera de la Federación de Familias están bajo la UPF. Así que Federación de Mujeres, Federación de Jóvenes, académicos, lo que sea, pueden saludarse o cubrirse bajo la sombrilla de la UPF. Entonces, en ese caso, que siempre nos acompaña el encargado de la UPF, preferiblemente, entonces tú haces una especie de que conoces el asunto y luego le pasas y nuestro secretario aquí o director aquí en República Dominicana puede explicar qué es lo que estamos haciendo, entonces la persona se explana y no tenemos que ofrecer nada porque ya se está haciendo. Por ejemplo, ¿verdad?
No, eso ya lo hablamos. Yo creo que vos no estuviste en esa reunión.
Ajá, bueno, me encanta entonces porque es la misma página y ves que entonces estamos de acuerdo.
Sí, sí,
Y
lo
te
hablamos
lo
con
digo por
Bernardo
experiencia, no,
y
discúlpame
Leonidas.
un pequeño detallito, te lo digo por experiencia, cuando al doctor Yang, y no es la primera vez, en la reunión ahorita en Honduras, pues le preguntaron, ajá, ¿y qué está haciendo la UPF en la región o qué está haciendo la UPF en Honduras? El doctor Yang se queda sin palabras, se queda frío, ¿verdad? Primero porque tiene el temor de ir a decir algo que no sea apropiado o qué sé yo. Entonces, inmediatamente yo le asisto y le digo, bueno, aquí en Honduras estamos haciendo esto, esto y esto. O sea, cada país está haciendo alguna cosita y de esa cosita es la que hay que trabajar y no cometemos el pecado de ofrecer nada, porque ahí nos morimos.
No, sí, eso está
Sí.
claro. Aparte, te lo voy a repetir, tuvimos antes de que yo había creado antes, en el comienzo, el grupo con Bernardo, César y Leonidas. Vos no estabas todavía.
Sí, está bien.
Y te habíamos tenido una reunión primero, la primera de todas, y ahí me di cuenta que vos no estabas, te agregué en el grupo, igual que en Costa Rica. O sea, ¿de qué manera yo puedo ayudarlos a ustedes,
Claro.
teniendo al presidente regional, a avanzar sus metas y sus objetivos? ¿No es cierto? A eso voy, apoyar, a seguir creciendo. Y en el caso de ellos, decidieron que lo que nos gustaría es que Pacheco tome el liderazgo en el tema de la educación del carácter.
Fenómeno.
Yo dije a César, tené preparado, porque yo te voy a pasar la pelota y sería lindo que tuvieras una linda carpeta donde ya se la presentás, aparte de hablarle, mostrarle una PowerPoint. Pero mire, aquí tenemos este proyecto con los beneficios para nuestros niños desde el jardín hasta la universidad con la educación del carácter. Eso fue lo que ellos sintieron. Si queremos algo de Pacheco, es que él tome las riendas, el liderazgo y la fuerza para que esto se establezca en todas nuestras escuelas. Y de ahí, a mí personalmente me gusta también lo de la Ruta de la Paz, pero eso es algo personal. Y vamos a ver, seguiremos charlando. Yo llego ahora el miércoles allá, nos vamos a abrazar, vamos a orar y puliremos los últimos detalles. Pero hoy por hoy, salvo que algo cambie, si es que algo le vamos a pedir, es que él tome el liderazgo, que República Dominicana sea el modelo para el resto de la región, con la educación del carácter. Y sonó ahí la sirena. Llegó el tiempo de cortar. Yo tengo 5 minutos, que aunque no lo crean, me tengo que ir a ganar el pan nuestro cada día. Y tengo que ir más temprano.
César, por favor.
Sí, ya que sabemos que no hay eventos grandes internacionales en este año ni el 2024, tenemos que ejercer el máximo de nuestra creatividad, porque antes esos grandes eventos era como la gran carnada para el gran pez, porque
Claro.
teníamos muchas personas nuevas de alta categoría, pero podemos manejarlo mientras tanto con los embajadores que tenemos y lo que vayamos a conseguir, de manera que, por ejemplo, estos dos jóvenes, yo les he dicho, esta posición es totalmente honorífica. Ahora, cuando hay un gran proyecto y hay un presupuesto, las asociaciones se dividen equitativamente, pero mientras tanto todo es honorífico, de manera que me pongo adelante antes de que piensen que es una organización súper rica y van a venir los millones, el carnaval de los millones. Entonces, está claro, vamos a trabajarlo más. Entonces, sobre educación de carácter hay que sazonarlo un poquito bien, porque educación de carácter que es equivalente a educación moral para los valores familiares y la educación cívica. Aquí hay un gran problema porque no hay educación moral, no hay educación cívica, no hay educación para la familia y eso es un grave problema. Las escuelas no hablan de eso, las universidades menos. Entonces, creo que ese es un punto muy importante porque todo el mundo lo sabe, que eso es necesario para el país. O sea que no hay que convencerlos mucho, sino decirle, mira lo que estamos haciendo, nos gustaría que esto se expandiera y se hiciera oficial.
Ajá.
Más o menos esa es la idea.
Y yo estoy listo, ¿qué?
Sí. Okay.
Juice for Christ, Juice for
Ok.
Jesus.
Ok.
Me llevo eso para allá, ¿qué te parece?
Sí, no está mal, lo tiene ahí, pues hay que sacarlo de momento,
Y
porque
que
la pastora, ella es cristiana, judíos. Ellos tienen la misión son cristianos que tienen la misión de convertir a los judíos en
a los
cristianos.
sí, igual que acá. Y los
Sí.
judíos los odian.
Sí, por eso esta joven pastora duró algunos años en Israel, estudió allá y habla hebreo ya también.
No,
Así es la
incluso
cosa.
vos lo puedes ver en YouTube, el debate entre los judíos por Jesús. Creo que acá le dicen Jews.
Just for Jesus.
Yeah, Jews for Jesus. Vos podés ver el debate de un judío que aceptó a Jesús, que es el original, ¿no es cierto? Para nosotros es perfecto. Y el tipo habla en hebreo, judío, y Yeshua, y se la agarra con un rabino judío, obviamente, que no acepta a Jesús. Y entonces, sí, ahí en YouTube, si le empieza a, para nosotros también es muy enriquecedor, si queremos profundizar, porque el tipo larga unos versículos del Antiguo Testamento, demostrando que Jesús es el Mesías, mucho más de lo que encontramos en nuestro principio divino. Y el tipo te habla con una convicción que Yeshua es el Mesías que estaban esperando, y el rabino se pone verde, amarillo, rojo. Bueno, hermanazos, muchísimas gracias por estar ahí.
Ok,
Siempre
perfecto,
con Power,
sí.
seguimos en Communication. Que tengan un hermoso fin de semana.